to. Oh, forgot to. I'll add that in later. Okay, so I was. Pardon me. This is a birthday shirt I got from my son. Today's lazy day because I leave tomorrow at 8:30 in the morning. Actually, earlier than that, to go to Missouri. So I'll be going to Missouri for 3 days and then coming back. But this uh, topic on medications and the medicines that I take, particularly, came up because of symptoms that I was experiencing. And I decided to go online and go through uh, all sorts of crap. I mean, there's lots of information out there, but I began wondering, since I am a dual diagnosis patient, which I guess in the medical world that terminology comes across as substance abuse and having a part of manic depressive uh, symptoms as far as bipolar 1, bipolar 2, cyclothymia, whatever that is. Again, I'm bipolar 2, which is hypomania. I take lithium for the bipolar stuff, and the treatment for the opiate addiction had me on Suboxone. And I started noticing some very weird symptoms. And I looked up the two medications, and turns out lithium and buprenorphine or Suboxone have some of the same side effects. So then I started running with a question in my head of why do they not use lithium in the treatment of addiction? And they do. They use it in the treatment of alcohol. So when someone is an alcoholic and they stop using, they are prescribed lithium in order to level out the chemicals in the brain while they get used to living a life without their substance. So then came the next question. Well, why is lithium not used with other substances? Because addiction to substances such as opiates or amphetamines, or as the list goes on, they all affect the chemicals in the brain. So why is it not used amongst others? Because I could not find a link or a study showing where lithium was incorporated in other forms of addiction treatment. Now, it was included in my addiction treatment, but it was not brought in for the addiction. It was brought in for the bipolar 2. But the lithium did help. And I believe I started the lithium before they put me on the other. And my buprenorphine dosage is only 2 milligrams twice a day. So it's not what you usually see from somebody who goes into treatment or a prolonged treatment. I started on just 2 milligrams 3 times a day. Now it's down to just 2 times a day. Most people are like coming out the gate 8 milligrams. Now, I looked up the morphine calculator for buprenorphine. The morphine index is what doctors go off of in order to determine the dosage. Morphine is, I guess that's like the standard, and then they go off of that. And I'm guessing my dosage of buprenorphine equals out to around 50 to 100 milligrams in the morphine index. I don't know how to read the calculator, but I just typed in the milligrams I take in a day, and it roughly equals out to like 50 milligrams twice a day. So yesterday, I went and had blood work done for a side effect of lithium that is a low active thyroid. It can be caused by taking lithium medication. The symptoms I had was hoarseness, tightness in my chest, blurred vision. There were several things. A really massive headache that I was getting, and I kept having those symptoms. And this morning, I decided, I was like, well, I wonder if I could just take lithium by itself, as in not include the buprenorphine at all during the day, or if I could just take the buprenorphine and not need the lithium. So today, unlike other days, usually I take the lithium and I don't worry about the buprenorphine. Today, I started with the buprenorphine, and the symptoms and stuff that I was experiencing went away just as if I was to take lithium. I know it's a little confusing. Now, in addiction, they some people promote lithium orotate. I can't. There's so many different types. There's the two types of lithiums, and they confuse me. But it goes with anxiety, insomnia, depression. Lithium carbonate is what I take. Decreases depression, insomnia, anxiety, things of that nature as well. Now, lithium orotate is over the counter. The other one you have to get actually through a doctor. I found another link was the Lake House Recovery Center, and this is the only place that talked about lithium being used in addiction area. It says if you're taking lithium as part of your alcohol addiction treatment, you should know about some potential dangers of the drug, risk of kidney damage, and problems with thyroid. Regular blood urine tests. But basically, like 45% of people with addiction have a mental health disorder as well. So they do use the lithium in that manner. My brain is shooting off to another thing about the lithium stores, like how it stores in your system. But so it is used. And my question was why, if it can be used to restore the chemical balance in someone's brain who has damaged the oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine through substance abuse, why are there other medications? What is the benefit of the other medications? And if the other medications are better, then why have lithium or any other mental health med in with the mix as well? Also, can the side effects or can the effects of one be amplified by another? Because there was a website that talked about relapse on lithium. So you could essentially, like, say you stop lithium completely and you just don't take it anymore. After about 5 days, that's when, if you've been a chronic user of lithium, after about 5 days, it gets out of your system. You'll go through withdrawal symptoms just like you're going through opiate withdrawal. So there's a chance for relapse onto lithium. But lithium is not a narcotic. It is nothing of the sort. So these questions kind of run rampant with me. And I go, like I said, I go back and I see my doctor on the 28th, and I'm wondering if I need to get rid of the buprenorphine altogether and just have the lithium just by itself. What's the best option in that case? I feel like they both serve a purpose, but I feel like even now I'm getting hoarse, and I have not taken lithium. It's just the buprenorphine. So the buprenorphine obviously is causing issues. I'm having side effects from it that seem like side effects from lithium. So that's what I mean by medications compounding, or they're crossing over in a way. Um, Again, I've learned that my body kind of metabolizes things a little bit different. So there's more questions that I have than answers since starting it. Um, Hopefully, my doctor will have some sort of idea on what to do. They're supposed to. That doesn't mean they will. um, as we all know. Um, there was something else I was going to use. Like lithium withdrawal symptoms. It lists there are like 10 to look out for. Flu-like symptoms, headaches, irritability, mania, anxiety, relapse, suicidal ideations, depression, mood swings, random muscle aches, and pains. That is almost identical to when you, like, if you try to go dry, just straight out the gate, not alcohol, but opiates. I'm just going to speak from that point of view. You try to go dry straight from that, those are all the things that you experience: mood swings, depression, suicide, ideations, anxiety, mania, irritability, headaches, the flu like symptoms. All that happens. So that can also happen with lithium. Um, so again, I wonder if it was a mistake to be put on both medications at the same time. I do notice when I take the lithium regularly, and then I take my dosage of the buprenorphine, do them, in the same day. At nighttime, I cannot sleep. My anxiety is just through the roof. It's almost like it's too much. Nothing else added. I can't take NSAIDs anymore because NSAIDs increase the ability for lithium to become toxic in my system, just like lisinopril. I had to switch from lisinopril to a beta blocker um, because of the toxicity fear. So there's a lot of questions, and within my grab bag of medications, I've got to start making sense of what's doing what, and if something is counteracting the other, or if it's adding on to and causing more issues than actually helping, then I've got to get rid of one. Doesn't matter if I like it or not. I mean, I've got to get rid of one or the other, and I've got to find a way to keep myself moving up and not ending up in the areas that I'm in. Like right now, I feel kind of flat or stuck, but not flat. I feel stuck, and because I don't know which one's doing what, and now I've got to take this long trip, and I'm supposed to be taking medications in this designated pattern, but I feel like one is something is not working right, and I think it's the buprenorphine, and I think I need to get that out of the equation. But again, being an opiate addict, I've been convinced through doctors, through treatments, and all this stuff that buprenorphine is the way to go, and there's a certain way to do this, and blah 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 blah, and all that stuff. But I wonder if I could take just the lithium and feel just as good, be just as well, and continue with the therapy that I do. I believe now is like every 3 weeks, and everything be okay. I mean, it's worth a shot at least. I mean, I guess I can check and see. I hope that that's how it is, but But yeah, so that's all that this video was going to be about. Very short. It's not as long as my other ones. I've got a lot of packing that I've got to do. Again, the people that I'm going with really, they have their own thing going, like their own stuff that they're doing video for, recording for. I know I look so pretty. I didn't do my hair. I just took a shower, man, threw on my son's birthday present and freaking like just, yeah, today's lazy day completely. They really aren't a part of this. So it'll be intermittent on Tuber. But yeah, so just something to think about, the way those medicines interact. If you're on those two medications, if you're not, good. If you're having trouble with lithium and the side effects that come with it, make sure that you're going to the doctor. You are getting the blood screen and the urine, you're getting the blood tests and the urine tests done in order to check, your kidneys and your toxicity level. But yeah, so this will be it on the YouTube until next week. Probably not till like Tuesday or so. But anyway, y'all have fun weekend. I'm going to. I mean, this is like my first trip in a while, other than when I went to hang out with my son. This is my first, like, I guess, adult trip that I'm going on. So it'll be fun.